I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All 6 of them.
Who are you?
Straight-laced undercover cops are being sent to the last place on earth they should ever go.
Like Elvis Goes to Hell.
It's against their principles.
Hey! I'm panting after 2 a.m.
It's against their policies.
Cooper!
I don't have any cops.
We're the only 2 people on this island without hands.
How can I fulfill your fantasy?
Go paint my house.
Exit to Eden. Rated R. Starts Friday, October 14th at theaters everywhere.
If you're wondering what that noise is, that's my laundry machine. Actually, you know what? That's my heart. That's my heart going, ready to burst out my fucking chest because of what I just saw. Now, this is a paid request from Vonte. Thank you so much for that. If anyone wants to send in any type of request for pretty much anything, review, or it doesn't even have to be just a review. It could be random. It could be a topic. It could be a list. It could be an article. It could be anything. Be like, why are you doing this? Number 1, to be over the top. Number 2, to be silly and goofy. Number 3, because fucking Edge of the Eden gave me a fucking headache. Because somehow a movie like this gets made. Somehow a movie like this gets released. Somehow a movie like this becomes a reality. What reality? You have a movie from the director of Pretty Woman where Dan Aykroyd and Rosie O'Donnell are 2 cops that go undercover in a fantasy island where the fantasies fulfilled are people who love BDSM, female domination, bondage, dom, subs. And then you get comedy scenes of Dan Aykroyd in a gimp suit and Rosie O'Donnell in tight black leather like a female dominatrix would wear, intermixed with other people doing shitty softcore Skinamax porn. From Garry Marshall, the director of Pretty Woman. Here comes Pretty Shitty. All the movies that didn't get made, all the movies that could have been made, John Candy, Sylvester Stallone, John Hughes, where Sylvester Stallone and John Candy are feuding neighbors, Stallone in Isobar, Arnold Schwarzenegger in Crusade, all these movies that don't get made, but a film like this became a reality. And you know what's funny? You know the place I found this to watch for free? On a porn site called Xvideos. Yeah. So if you want to watch it for free, there you go. Xvideos has Exit to Eden. Based on a book, never read the book. Apparently, in the book, it didn't have the more comedic cop story of Rosie O'Donnell, Dan Aykroyd. I guess that was added in by Garry Marshall, whoever the hell wrote this fucking thing. That plot synopsis says it all. The fact that the comedy and the cinemats wannabe, they don't fit in a cohesive whole. It's schizophrenic. It's like it doesn't know what it wants to be. It'll have Rosie O'Donnell in this arbitrary narration that feels like it was done after the fact. Just sometimes the narration is done while people all are fucking talking. People are talking on screen and you hear Rosie O'Donnell doing this unfunny narration. The first scene in the movie is a little boy getting his pants pulled down by, I guess, the maid, spanked, and then the little kid starts enjoying it. Yes, a little boy, 12 years or younger, gets his pants pulled down, spanked, and then he starts enjoying it. That's your opening scene in your comedy. Because that's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see. Just I want to see Dan Aykroyd, a Ghostbuster, in a fucking gimp suit. Out of Pulp Fiction. Yeah, I want to see Rosie O'Donnell, skin-tight leather studs. Oh, and then you got what looked like Middle Eastern terrorism at an airport, where this lady who strangles, I don't think kills her, but chokes her out in a bathroom. Something to do with some diamonds. And then I guess you could say one of the people has evidence, something to do with a camera, or like the diamonds are in the camera. I forget. I don't even remember what the fuck the actual story was. It just leads to this guy who is Australian going to the island where Dana Delany is the mistress, the head honcho there. And she takes this guy for her slave to teach him. In other words, tie him up, talk about how much she likes his ass, ready to lick his ass while this movie kiss my ass, and spanking it, saying, I love butts. I like to squeeze butts. I like to caress them. I like to spank them. How about you spank me, please? If I'm not getting spanked, I don't give a fuck. If I'm not getting spanked, then I don't give a shit. I have to wonder in '94 when this came out, and hey, I like Ghostbusters, Dan Aykroyd, or maybe you like Rosie O'Donnell in A League of Their Own. You go see this, and it's like, I'm watching a girl spanking a guy's bare ass while he's tied up. So awful, my fucking camera is... You can't handle it. It's going... I know. Ease down, camera. Ease down. Ease down. Okay? Oh, the first time we see those two cops, they are undercover in a Triple X club where Dan Aykroyd has an eye patch, and Rosie O'Donnell is one of the exotic dancers. And some stuff happens. There's narration as if it wants to be fucking Dragnet, which is ironic because Dan Aykroyd was in a movie version of Dragnet before this. And it's unfunny dialogue. The other cops were late. That must have been that line at Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, because I've never heard a Dunkin' Donuts cop joke before, Rosie. Or she fucks with Dan Aykroyd talking about how her fucking period. I have to tell you this, I clot. Happy flow day. Yeah. I don't want to hurt my hand. I don't want to punch anything. Happy flow. Yeah, I want to watch a movie where Rosie O'Donnell talks about her fucking period. Happy flow day. Happy fuck you to you. Happy kiss my ass. Happy suck my dick. Happy eat a shit. How about happy eat a shit day? Can we have that? And this movie could be its one audience of itself in its own mind. Stay in the fucking corner and think about what you did, movie. No wonder this was on so many worst lists when it came out. Perry Dan Aykroyd said this is one of the films he regrets doing. I wonder why. Along with Blues Brothers 2000, Loose Cannons. I liked Loose Cannons with him and Gene Hackman. I'm sorry, Dan, that movie doesn't belong in the same league as this. I like Loose Cannons. It's weird, it's crazy, but it's entertaining. Gene Hackman's a lot of fun. Loose Cannons is not in this league, Dan. I'm sorry. Neither is Nothing But Trouble. If people think Nothing But Trouble is bad, to me Nothing But Trouble is a very interesting dark comedy mixed in with horror, like Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, Demi Moore, John Candy, and almost a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. I love that different dynamic. That makes it very interesting, and I think it's an underrated film. I still think, it deserves a Blu-ray. I really do enjoy Nothing But Trouble. It's so unique. Unlike, I can't say this is unique. If you watch a lot of shitty Skinamax movies or late night of Showtime back in the day, you see a crap film like this. Only it's got some A-list stars in it. Hector Elizondo from, Beverly Hills Cop 3. He was in Leviathan. Hector Elizondo. Yeah, I want to see Hector Elizondo as a doctor telling someone, I am a top, a master. You are a bottom, a submissive. Thank you, Hector Elizondo. On another episode of Chicago Hope, Hector Elizondo is a top. Are you a bottom? So everyone gets to the island. It goes from this guy falling in love with the mistress, Dana Delany, and she falls in love with him as they go through their escapades. Meanwhile, Dan Aykroyd's undercover as a handyman at the island. You have a scene where a woman gives her a checkup, health checkup. It pretty much tells him he's a big boy, because I want to think about Dan Aykroyd's dick. Meanwhile, this guy is trying to do anything for Rosie O'Donnell, and she keeps saying no, no, no. Another guy, can I do something? Yeah, paint my house. One day, there's a roller skating competition. And when they get to the island, the two cops don't really do much of anything. I gotta do an edit. Just something fucked up. Of course, as I'm talking about this movie, someone had to fuck up. So remember what the hell I was saying? I was saying, long story short, they get to the island, and they're not really doing much for comedy on the island. I think I've already said this, but Dan Aykroyd's on tape recorder telling what's going on. Rosie O'Donnell with the outfit. The bad girl's in a red outfit. Rosie O'Donnell fights her and knocks her out. Rosie has a bunch of bad one-liners. That's pretty much it. It's not even the Adam Sandler school of going through all of these crazy up and down escapades. No, that's not even the case. And in the third act, Dana Delany and the guy, they go off to Bourbon Street, where they have more fun, like butter on a breast and cinnamon and shit. Dan Aykroyd, Rosie O'Donnell follow them, go to this plantation mansion. The one couple have a sex scene, a lot of narration. Like, especially here, the film feels scattershot. It feels like either there's a lot of editing going around, or stuff cut out, or like doesn't feel like a natural flow. Like something is off. I can't put my finger on it, or in it in this movie's case. And put this finger in it, but bad guy gets there, Our two tops shoot the bad guy. Dan Aykroyd's don't go back to his ex-wife. Just out of the blue. And then he has a vibrator that he's going to give to her. Really not much build-up. One scene where he's talking on a tape recorder. And I don't even know how that it built up to that scene where he's talking. Dan Aykroyd, when he's on the island, he barely does anything. The checkup where the lady calls him a big boy. It's pretty much it. That's what I mean, like, was a lot of stuff taken out of this? Was a lot of stuff edited? Not that I should give a shit. And then the wannabe slave guy that was walking around, Rosie O'Donnell, following her. He's actually some corporate guy and wants to go out with Rosie and they kiss. And Rosie O'Donnell's final words is, no matter your sexual preference, true love is still the ultimate fantasy. You know what my fantasy is? To never see this fucking movie again. That's my fantasy. And it's going to be reality. Because I will never watch the fucking film again. Unless I was paid a shitload. Stupid concept. Why they thought this would work. Why they thought this would... I guess they thought it's such a daring comedy. The controversy will make it a box office hit. I can only assume that. It's shocking. It's so hilarious. It's shocking. Sadly, with how comedies get raunchy nowadays, I could see someone making a movie like this today and it being a box office hit. So, I'm not saying it would still be a good movie. It's one of those things, if you want to see this BDSM stuff, that's your prerogative. You find a lot of shit on a lot of places to watch that. But why you wouldn't want to watch that, and then you want to watch bad comedy with Dan Aykroyd and Rosie O'Donnell, it does feel like two separate films going on at the same time. And again, from what I understand, in the book, the top characters of comedy, I think, were added in to the movie. I don't think they were in the original book. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. If you really had it, then go have a better actor than this Australian guy. I'm sorry, he wasn't that much of an actor. I think at one point, even though he's not Australian, I guess they would change his nationality. I guess at one point, Antonio Banderas was going to be the guy that goes to the island. Antonio, he lucked out of that one. Yeah, this movie just doesn't work. Doesn't work, didn't need to happen, shouldn't have happened. Fucking sucks. Again, the picture, Rosie O'Donnell, dominatrix outfit, Dan Aykroyd and a gimp. There's your comedy. Sorry, Garry Marshall, I don't know what the fuck you were thinking with this. And even my... If you hear that, that's my laundry machine literally drowning in bullshit. Yeah, the laundry machine is literally drowning in bullshit that this movie created. I gotta go save its life. So I gotta leave this room to save its life and go, there's something to live for, please me. It's done, the movie's done, the review is done. Don't, fuck. Watch better comedies. There's 100 of them out there. Go watch The Big Lebowski. Go watch Pretty Woman. Go watch Ghostbusters. Go watch Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase, and Spies Like Us. League of Their Own with Rosie O'Donnell. There's tons more. As shitty as Another Stakeout is with Rosie O'Donnell, that's even better than this. Later. Fuck.